Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. I am Bertinat, Bertinat, a wood whaler of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see what you are. Definitely a friend. I like Gridania. Welcome to Gridania, a vibrant forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. Please select the control screen you wish to use. Controller. Basic controls. I don't need the active help menus. Follow the instructions. When you're ready to proceed, speak to Brentonant. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Gridania, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Another green adventurer, I presume? I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you were wondering. The Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Mjorn within, and she will take you in hand. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. Alright, and we're going to go on up here. And there she is with the green check mark. Well, what have we here? A wide-eyed and wondering young adventurer, come to put your name down at the guild, I assume? Welcome. Mjorn's my name, or Mother Mjorn as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well within our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixal and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Garlean Empire to the south, and that's to say nothing of the calamity. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal, but I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years past, Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon Dalamud, and rained fire upon the realm. And it is this which people call the calamity. Scarcely a square mile of the Twelveswood was spared the devastation, yet despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can explain, the facts surrounding the calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of our realm, and yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst a blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Ahem. Pray do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. All that's left, then, is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Scrawl your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you used your real name. There is a special place in 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. Lien Lungtian? And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Yes. Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and of the bounty of the Twelveswood. The guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived, another goddamned adventurer. Oh, you hush. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that Gridania needs. Thank you, Mother Mjorn. You're such a sweetheart. The Elder Seedseer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Ooh, called out. Of course not. Lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? It sounds like you're the one who's mistrustful. You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th Hell. I don't think you can do that. Ahem. Pray that outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Sure. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the Wood Whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As it is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know, your good self included. Fear not, however, given a catalogue of exemplary deeds and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Will do. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Mjorn to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. Complete. You have taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Gridania. Listen well to the wisdom of Mother Mjorn, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Alright. Good on that. I'm hoping eventually they'll tell us why people can't remember the Warriors of Light that they were talking about in that cutscene. I really want them to tell us why that is. Like, I've got some theories that I'm probably not going to really get into unless it becomes relevant, but I really do wish that they would tell us about it a little bit more eventually. Mjorn, proprietress of the Carline Canopy, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure that you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Your first task is to visit the Aetheryte. This massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetheryte Plaza, not far from the Carline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetheryte plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Lancers Guild. There is no better place to learn the acts of the polearm. Speak with Jillian, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. Okay? For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets at the heart of Old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons and armor, and all the various items that an adventurer might need on her travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parsimontre, and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my fabulous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. That's really generous of her. Well, have your task. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You have your task, Cleon. May Nofika guide your path. And one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I am certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time folk will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of moment. I also suggest that you lend an ear to the smith here in the canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurer Guild and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to gain greatness. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the smith first, just to kind of go over what this is. So this is a new system that they put in that helps out new adventurers, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Greetings, I'm one of the smiths, a stoker of fires and forger of futures. As a dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild, I have been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. I see you have but recently taken up the adventurer's mantle. The possibilities stretching out before you must be positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are our champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow smiths and I are here to provide you with guidance, but the guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who will be happy to share with you their accumulated wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women by their title of mentor. Mentors stand ready to advise you on any aspect of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under their belt and will likely have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor may even offer to accompany you on your adventures. I highly recommend that you take advantage of a mentor's aid to enrich your experiences in Eorzea. Pray do not hesitate to ask me if you would like to know more. The new adventurer status is applied to all players who have recently begun their adventures in Eorzea. Amongst Eorzean's thriving population, there are seasoned players known as mentors who have taken it upon themselves to assist these new adventurers. When a new adventurer and a mentor form a party, they both receive a bonus to experience points earned. Upon invitation by a mentor, new adventurers also gain the access to the Novice Network, an exclusive chat channel where they can consult with mentors and share their experiences with other beginning players. And then you can just ask some questions and learn some stuff that you might not know about the game, so that's useful. Alright, let's go up to the Aetheryte Plaza. And it's nighttime. So the first thing is we need to attune to the big Aetheryte here. And another little cutscene. Greetings, adventurer. I see you are faithfully following Mother Mjorn's instructions. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nisia of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the Aetheryte. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune herself to each one. Truly few things in this world are so useful to an intrepid explorer. Yes, fast travel. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out into the wilds, I suggest you start with the aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. You attune with the aetherite, you are now able to use the return spell. Here we go. Alright, and then if you look here in the map, there's not here anymore here in New Gridania, but if you go over to Old Gridania, you can see these little symbols on the map. Once I attune to all of those, I can use those to teleport all around the city, and that will make things a lot easier on me in the future. So, yes. But for now, we're going to head on up to Old Gridania to visit the Lancers Guild and talk to however you say that guy's name in the market. And at some point I need to go ahead and adjust my HUD a little bit. Okay, hopefully he tells me how you say his name. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Parson Montre, master of the markets? You think you can stroll in here bold as you please and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does not for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you had some tasty morsel to curry my favor, then I might reconsider your request. Come now, this whole encounter reeks of Mjorn's handiwork, and more specifically her baking. Don't look so surprised, last. I smelled that eel pie of yours a malm away. Hand it over. A malm is one of the distance measurements that they use in the game. That flaky crust, just divine. Very well, I am a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. Excuse me. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the Rosewood and Ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you'd best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the province of the Rosewood stalls, directly south of here. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear defective straps and the like. If it is potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the Ebony stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked by widely traveled Uldan merchants, and I may truly say that I have seen things amongst their myriad wares that I scarce knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs. Then you may concern yourself with price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go, peruse the stalls, and see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience, after all, and I am weary of talking. Unless you have another eel pie. So ridiculous. Let's see. Maybe later. I don't really feel like doing the little quests right now. Oops, I clicked the first one before I read it out loud. I'm looking to see if I can go ahead and get my retainers. Retainers are hardworking lads and lasses who will help you manage those spoils earned while slaying dragons or whatever it is you adventurers do. Unfortunately, you do not appear you can slay an eft, let alone a dragon, therefore I must decline any petition you may have to take a retainer into your employ. So I need to up my reputation a little bit before I can do that. However, I shall provide you with whatever it is you need. I suggest you start by heading back to the Adventurers Guild and seeing if someone there has work for you. Cool. I'll check back again later. So, I don't have any money really, so I'm not gonna check the vendors there yet. Lancers Guild is way over here. There's Jillian. Welcome to the Lancers Guild. I see you brought your own spear. If you seek to refine your skills with the polearm, then you have come to the right place. Here at the Lancers Guild, spear wielders gather to train with one another, and further hone their abilities under the tutelage of our fine instructors. More than just an instrument of war, the spear is also a tool for hunting, and with game ever plentiful in the Twelveswood, the weapon has been the mainstay of the locals here since before the founding of Gridania. With the passing of time, our nation has become a gathering place for spear masters from across the realm, many eager to test their mettle against the famed might of our wood whalers. And it was here in Gridania that their myriad fighting styles came into contact, eventually giving rise to the art taught here today. That spear technique could be formalized at all owed much to the founding of the Lancers Guild by the woodwhaler Captain Mistale, nigh on a century past. The tradition of accepting students from without, as well as within Gridania's borders, persists to this day, ensuring that the art of the polearm may not only survive, but also continue to evolve. Well, there you have it. I hope this brief history of the Guild has helped settle any doubts in your mind. The Lancers Guild is always eager to welcome new initiates. If you've a will to enlist, speak with me again and we can begin the enrollment procedures. Yes, ma'am. Well then, have you made up your mind to enlist in the Lancers Guild? Yes. And I get food as a reward for this one. Excellent. I shall let Guildmaster Ewain know to expect you. And all who seek admittance to our ranks must present themselves before him. He will judge if you are fit to become one of us. Pray make your way to the training area within. Our Guildmaster awaits you there. There he is. Hello. Well met, adventurer. I understand you wish to learn the Lancer's art under our roof. Though you have doubtless brandished a spear before this day, and perhaps even in earnest, you still have a long way to go before you may call yourself a Lancer in sooth. In my capacity as Guildmaster, I shall guide your training, beginning with the very basics, the principles of our art. There exist myriad fighting styles, each of which has its own unique qualities. None, however, can claim to be as offensively minded as ours. Our approach is ever one of attack, no matter who or what we face. An experienced Lancer is able to wield a polearm as if it were an extension of his body. He transforms into a raging storm before his foes, delivering a barrage of devastating thrusts and slashes. To facilitate such a restless assault, we Lancers forego plate, favoring armor of leather and chain, such materials as provide adequate protection without unduly hindering movement. A Lancer's worth may be measured quite simply in how swiftly and decisively he can pierce his enemy's defenses. By its nature, the polearm is a simple weapon to wield for good or ill. Even in a farmer's hands, it is capable of wreaking considerable havoc. Thus has it been a mainstay of every great armory since ancient times. Yet now know that a lance alone does not a Lancer make. Faced with unfavorable odds, an unseasoned spearman will break formation and flee without a moment's hesitation. A true Lancer, however, flinches not before his enemies, for he knows not the meaning of fear. Ever does he press forward, disdainful of the odds that he might pierce the enemy line and open a path to victory. Needless to say, doing so requires no small amount of courage, and that is why our guild has striven from the first to instill this essential quality in every soul who passes through our halls. Arduous trials await you should you join our ranks. Knowing this, have you the resolve to wield a lance? Yes, sir. Well said, adventurer. I see no reason to deny you a place within our ranks, but I neglected to introduce myself. I am Ewain, master of this guild. Pleasantries duly exchanged, I hereby assign you your first task, a trial, to be precise. In order to develop an affinity with your weapon and learn to gauge such things as distance, you are to go forth and brandish your spear with reckless abandon. Sounds good. The squirrels, ladybugs, and funguars that roam just outside the city should provide you with a suitable challenge. Put down, let us say, 3 of each, and then report back to me. Cool. Alright, let's go do that real quick. All the way back out here. Actually, before I go outside, I'm going to run around and attune to all these Ethernet shards. So that way I can kind of teleport around the city. and that will make things quite a bit easier as I go along. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And use sprint. Down here first. This is where the Botanist Guild is, if you wanted to do a gathering class. I hope it's not too annoying, but I'm probably going to keep my map up a lot while I'm running around. It's easier for me to follow that than the mini-map, even if I've got the mini-map zoomed out. I don't think I hit this one yet. Okay, there's one down there. We'll get first. Okay. And then I need the Leatherworkers Guild, and I think that's the last one, because I know that there aren't any... There aren't any in New Dominator. Let's see if I can use this to... Yeah, Miketos. So I don't have to run quite as far. Almost got me there. Yep. Can't move, so there's gonna be telling me something. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm still missing one. Got the Lancers. Maybe there is one that I forgot about. It's entirely possible. Oh yeah, the Archers Guild. Duh. I knew that. There we go. Now I should have access to the gates. There we go. You have attuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards in Gridania. The Blue Badger Gate, the Yellow Serpent Gate, and the airship landing are now accessible to the as Ethernet destinations. Yay! Alright. Now let's go kill some squirrels and stuff. They are in Central Shroud, which I have access to here. So we're going to go out to the Central Shroud. Oh yeah, they made it to where you automatically get everything explored. No. At least in the Realm Reborn areas. That's cool. So that gave me some experience. Just for that. Alright. Stabby stabby. And at level 1, you get just one attack. Little baby adventure. So the ground squirrels and the ladybugs are here, but I don't think the fungars. They're a little bit farther away. Level 2! Alright. Need one more of each. And then we get to go look around for the fungars. They're little mushroom people things. Ah, there they are. Down this way. Yeah, see, they look like little mushroom people. With eyes. It's weird. Why did you attack me, ladybug? And level 3. I like the little yell that she does when she's attacking. They're so fat, look at their little bellies. That attack was called Cat Bump. There we go. Okay. I won't be able to pick up the next quest from him until I reach level 5. I don't think there's any real low-level quests here that I can pick up. I don't see any anyway. They probably won't show up until I get a little bit higher level. But I am going to go ahead and attune to that etherite down there. Since this is all town area, it's not like I'm going to run into any monsters that are higher than me. Where's it at? Okay, I'm going to run down to that road so I can go across the bridge. And these monsters out here that have the blue symbol next to their name don't aggro, which is really nice. Bent Branch Meadows. We run up this set of stairs right here. And we can attune to that Ethernet shard. Here we go. There we go. Now we can teleport. Exciting. Alright, we're gonna go back to New Gridania. I don't have enough gil, so we're gonna just run there. I'll get some gil once I start turning some quests in. I'm gonna use sprint this way. And then run straight up this path here. Past the Bannock. And we're going to go through the Blue Badger Gate, which I believe was the one we came out of. Here we go, back to Gridania. Those guys had the same last name. Oh yeah, another Muon's right here. Turn in the main scenario quest. The conquering hero returns. You have completed my little tasks, I trust. The 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. As you took the time to listen to the woes of the citizenry, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is you lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. Yes, ma'am. I am thankful that you are an obliging sort, Lien. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid in its struggles to come. Complete. Alright, and I can't pick up the next one. That red means that I'm probably not high enough level. Most likely need to be level 4. So we're going to go turn in this quest, the Lancers Guild, by using the Aetherite to teleport over there to the Lancers Guild. And I think this is what will unlock my hunting log, so that I can kill some extra monsters and get a little bit more XP. So you are back. I trust you have learned something of the essence of our art. A lancer learns best when he is doing, each thrust making him stronger. Such things as strategy and technique will come in time. And never forget courage. Without it, you cannot hope to realize your potential. Your look betrays no hint of doubt. I would have you take with you this hunting log. It bears the names of the creatures against which a lancer might hone his skills. To be sure, there is no single way to master our art. The log serves to guide you should you find yourself in need of direction. That will be all for the present. Now take up your weapons, sally forth, and cut a path for yourself. When next we meet, I hope to see you stronger for your time out in the world. Yep, level 5. Alright. And if we go here to hunting logs, we can see which which of course the first 3 are the monsters we already killed for him. So there we go. We can go on out and keep killing some stuff because we gotta level up some more before I can pick up any more main story quests. I can also do the little side quests that are available within the city. All these here are not main story quests, so they're not necessarily required that I do them, but I'm probably not going to do them on camera because they can be kind of really fetch questy, so it's a lot of running back and forth, which would probably be a little bit boring for you guys to watch, so I think I'll just do those separate and try to focus on a little bit more important stuff for the actual videos that I upload. Alright, you see the little yellow symbol above the name there? That means that that creature is on my hunt logs, so that way I can differentiate them from regular monsters, and it will help me find them a little bit easier. And in the chat log down there, it tells you how many you have to kill. Oh, I got a combo! Vorpal Thrust comes after True Thrust. That's awesome. I didn't realize I got my combo that quickly. And Funguar, I remember, was also on that list. And then I need to open that hunt log back up so I can remind myself what else was on there. So I need to do 3 of these guys. And we're level 5, so that means I can pick up the next Lancer quest when I go back in, so that's nice. He's got a mouthful of a name, doesn't he? And some of the first quests have actually shown up down here now that I'm level 5. So, again, I'll probably do those off camera, though. Nope. I'm gonna have to redo my HUD a bit because I'm used to having like my teleport, sprint, and return skills on page 4 of the cross hotbar that you use when you play on controller. Then we're gonna go up here, because I'm pretty sure the next, yeah, okay, we can grab the next main story quest. Oh, and if you ever get to the point where you can't pick up the next one because you're not high enough level, they've added this feature up here in the top left corner of your screen. You can move it with your HUD or whatever, but it will tell you where the next main scenario quest is, and I think it also tells you which quest line you're on. The Spear of the Fearless right here. So like if I go in here in my journal and go to complete under main scenario quest, right now it's close to home, but the next one's going to be Spear of the Fearless is the next chain before it's complete. Leanne, have you finished the Bannock on your wanderings? It is a training ground found just outside of the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfred, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray far from the path. The Twelveswood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. Oh, I'm probably going to break that a bunch. Just saying. We're going to run up, before I go back out there, we're going to run up here and go back to the Lancers Guild to pick up the level 5 quest from him. Lancers Guild. There we go. The only downside to playing on controllers, it makes your hands sweaty after a while. There we go! Guildmaster Yuane would teach you the meaning of courage, and then we get an upgraded weapon and some items that we can wear. Ah, you have returned. I take from your presence that you have gained a measure of familiarity with your weapon. Good. You are ready to begin the next phase of your training. You will recall my telling you that it takes no small amount of courage to be a lancer. Now, in general terms, courage is the strength to do something which one finds unnerving. However, a lancer's motion of courage is not so simple. Having first drawn a distinction between courage and recklessness, he then divides the former into two aspects. I would have you learn each with spear in hand. The first is composure. When outnumbered in battle, a lancer may lose his composure and succumb to panic. Should this happen, all of his training will swiftly flee his mind, and he will struggle to overcome opponents whom he will ordinarily have bested with ease. He will, in short, contribute to his own defeat. If you wish to become a lancer in sooth, you must learn to maintain your composure at all times. Do this, and you will be able to call upon every ounce of your strength and skill when it matters most. Blech. And so to your first task, the riverbanks of the Central Shroud are home to vile kin known as Yarzans. Fiercely territorial, the creatures will attack anyone who strays too close, making them the bane of fisherfolk. They typically fall upon their prey en masse, barring all avenues of escape before closing in for the kill. What must go through the mind of their victim in that instant? Panic? Despair? Be sure to tell me upon your return. Needless to say, I would have you brave such an encounter. Take this sack of decidedly noisome bait and use it to lure the ever-ravenous creatures out of their nest. It may be that only one curious Yarzan appears, but what if 2 or 3 follow the scent? Let us see how you fare then. Go now, my young lancer, and learn what it means to fight with composure. Cool. Only need to kill 2 of them, too. That'll be pretty simple to do. Alright. Then we go out to where the Bannock is, which, if I click on this quest over here, we can just teleport straight there, because I've got enough gil now. Although I probably won't have enough to teleport back. That's okay. Get some water real quick. Gotta go across the bridge over here. Whoops. And go talk to the guy over here in the Bannock first, and then go kill the Yarzans. Galfred, there you are. Greetings, Leon. Mjorn sent word to expect you. My name is Galfred, and I am responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering your assistance. The Twelveswood is much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral Era 5 years ago. The power of the elementals wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost, as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and the new sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of an outsider, the Twelveswood is ailing, its once rich variety of fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it is my hope that adventurers such as you will offer to aid them in their struggle. Listen to their requests and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavors, Leanne. Complete. And he's got another quest for me. Galfred, Chief Instructor of the Bannock, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for future missions. I see you are eager to lend a hand, Leanne. That is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that, in the 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Umbral Era, that many of the Twelveswood creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be of sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. I need to get level appropriate head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear item level 5 or above before returning to speak to Galfred. I will be able to get those by doing some side quests, since I currently do not actually have enough gil. Even if I hadn't used teleport, I would not be able to afford that many pieces of gear. At least not likely. So, again, off camera, I'll just do some quests. Ooh, and then there's some Fs here that I can kill that are part of my hunt log. Oh, I missed. And I missed again. That orange thing on the ground there is an AoE, and you do not want to stand in those. There we go. Level 6. I got another ability, so that's nifty. What does that do? Oh. Let's see what that says. Delivers an attack with a potency of 200. Okay. I'm gonna kill... I think I need one more, yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. And then... So this will open your key items, and you just put this foul-smelling bait on the purple spot there. And a couple summoned. And he's dead. Alright. That was one spot. And then we got another purple spot right here. And it also summoned 2, I think. Alright, that's 1. And then 2. There we go. And that quest is completed. And there we go. Alright, so now we're going to head back up to Gridania to turn that in. And, oh, a fate spawned on top of me. I probably won't be able to finish that with the time we've got left. I'm going to go ahead and probably call it after I get back into Gridania. And pause for now. I have to get ready to go to school here in a few minutes. I've got one class this evening. So that'll be it for today. I'm probably going to upload this in at least 2 separate episodes, though. I haven't decided. And then I'll get back to playing again probably tomorrow evening, maybe. But if not tomorrow, then I'll play some more on Thursday. On Wednesdays, I have several classes I have to go to, so it's kind of hard for me to get anything done. Yeah, off camera, I'm gonna do a bunch of these side quests and get some gear and pick back up. Hopefully with some gear, and I'll change my HUD and everything for before the next video goes up. Welcome back, Leanne, and good done, and well done. Woo. I trust you now understand that in times of direst need, no amount of strength or skill with a spear will avail the lancer who lacks composure. You are now ready to learn the second aspect of a lancer's courage, resolve. When faced with a terrible foe, a lancer may succumb to fear and self-doubt. Should this happen, he will become defensive, and in seeking to cover his weakness, surrender his greatest strength, namely his capacity to attack. A lancer who fears to attack is not but a man holding a pole. His spear may as well be a broomstick for all the good it will do him. It is not and will never be a shield. That you may learn the truth of my words firsthand, I bid you go to the central shroud, to an area adjoining the abandoned dungeon known as Spirit Hold. Since the calamity, that neck of the Twelveswood has become a veritable menagerie of fearsome fauna. There you will find 3 collapsed pillars which have become a haunt for fell creatures. You are to put them down. What manner of fiends can you expect to encourage? Ha! To reveal that would be to defeat the purpose of the lesson, my young lancer. I will say only this. If you face these foes with a lancer's resolve, you will surely emerge the victor. Once you have completed the trial, pray report to Jillian at the entrance hall. She has grasped the 2 aspects of courage, albeit with some trouble. Though I doubt you will encounter similar difficulties, her struggle has furnished her with certain insights which I think you would benefit from hearing. A lancer learns best when he is doing, but the wisdom from his seniors is not entirely without worth. Go now, Leanne, and do as I bid you. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to call the episode here, and we'll get back to it here in a little while after I get some side quests done and everything, which I'll probably do this evening after I get home from class. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little beginning questing of Final Fantasy XIV and continue to accompany me through the game as I go back through the story a second time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.